Jesus, I hope, is always the center of our lives. I read an article, it has to be over 20 years ago, in a Catholic magazine. And it was written by a woman talking about how her and her husband, for their 25th wedding anniversary, decided they were going to redecorate their house instead of going on a big trip. And they even hired one of those feng shui type people. You know what feng shui is? Feng shui is someone who comes and says, no, that needs to be moved over 1/4 of an inch. Okay, we need to have that green just a touch lighter, and everything has to be in order, feng shui, okay? So they decide to hire Mr. Feng Shui, and they're bringing him in, and they're having a meeting, the three of them, husband, wife, Mr. Feng Shui. And when Mr. Feng Shui sees the budget, he's like, ooh. And so then the husband says to his wife, honey, there's only one thing I want, and then I'm going to leave you and Mr. Feng Shui to do whatever you want. And he's like, ooh. And he brings out this very large picture of Jesus. And he said, I want this picture of Jesus on this wall in the center. And he pointed to the main wall in the living room. And Mr. Feng Shui was going to the wife, no. It won't fit there, it won't fit. And she said, well, honey, maybe we could put it up, but maybe we'll put it somewhere else. He said, no. That's the only thing I want, is this picture on that wall, and you and Mr. Feng Shui can do whatever you want. And she said to Mr. Feng Shui, well, he says, it's your house, I'll work with it. Whatever you want to do, we'll make it happen. They do the whole house. And they have a big cocktail party where they invite their family and their friends to come. And people are going through the house, and they're saying, you know, there's just, wow, this is unbelievable, your house. There's something, what's so special about this? The mailman comes and says, you know, there's something on my route. You're the only house I get this feeling. The Maytag repairman comes in and says, wow, what is it about your house? And that's when the woman figured it out. Why was everyone saying what they were saying? Because that picture of Jesus was the center of their Catholic home. And she said, I am so grateful for my husband. And she wrote this article for this Catholic magazine. She said, my husband pushed me, and I'm glad he did. Jesus is the center of our house, of our family. If I went to your home right now, friends, and I walked in, would I know I am in a Catholic home? Would I see a crucifix? Would I see a picture of Mary? Would I see a statue? Now, if you're sitting there saying, oh my goodness, I don't have any of that stuff, don't feel bad. I'm just now giving you permission to go shopping. What is in our homes tells a story. What is in our churches tells a story. Have you, for whatever parish church you come from, have you ever literally gotten there early one day and just walked around and looked at the art? Looked at the symbols that are there and why it's there? Do you ever do that? If you haven't, started. In any new church you go into, look at the art. It tells a story. It tells a story. You know, some people, when they think of St. Julia, the baptismal font is right in the middle. I'm sure some people said, what the heck? Why did they put it there? It's blocking everything. And I bet you when this church was built, some people said that. Well, whoever built this church and designed that, we should applaud them because they're absolutely liturgically correct. The baptismal font should be the first thing you encounter, and it should be an obstacle, and you have to walk around it. It's the same as in life. So that tells a story, and the story is our faith. And it's so wonderful watching people come in. from that one font and making the sign of the cross. When I was principal and president of St. Rita, we had senior night. Everyone know what senior night is? Okay, for those who don't know, that's when you're at the last home game of your sport or in your last band concert or whatever you're involved in. So we decided that we were going to not give out stupid little things that nobody wanted anyways. So we decided to give out an 8x10 icon of St. Rita. And then on the bottom was a little plaque, and we would say what the person was in and blah, blah, blah. So senior night comes, they get the plaque, mom gets a rose, everyone's happy, we take a picture. I cannot tell you how many parents, after their son went to college, thanked me. Said, Father Tom, you wouldn't believe. We went for parent weekend, and we went into our son's dorm room. And there was the bikini poster. There was the beer poster. And right in the middle was St. Rita. And they were so happy about that. Now, I lived for 3 years at Villanova University in a freshman dorm. I lived, as I say, with 150 of my favorite freshmen. So I've been in dorm rooms. I know what they look like. And I could imagine that kid having all of his new friends on the floor come in. They're all walking in. Well, I know what the bikini poster is. I know what the beer poster is. Who's that? And then that kid gets to evangelize. He said, oh, that's St. Rita. Let me tell you her story. And then the kid says, wow, that's cool. And then he walks out. And that probably happened with every kid. So I'm going to ask, when you send your children and grandchildren off to college, you're going to go buy their little refrigerator and their towels and their shower caddy, right? You're going to get all that. But do you ever get something of faith? I promise you, if you buy something, first of all, they can't nail anything in the wall. So don't buy them anything that has to be hung on the wall. But if you buy them a little statue or a little crucifix or a little saying about love, and you give it to them, I guarantee you they will put it in their room. I guarantee you. How about when we give gifts to people, especially, gifts for First Communion and confirmation, graduation? Is it just always a secular gift or a gift card or money? Or do we also give something of faith? How about weddings? Now, we all know where we live. Every part of the country is different. We all know you go into a wedding with an envelope, with a check in it. Okay, you don't come in with a big package. That's for the showers. But what about getting the envelope with the check and then a little cross or a picture, a beautiful saying about marriage? I guarantee you, when you go visit that loved ones, the young couple, you're going to go to their house. Guess what you're going to find? You're going to find whatever you gave them. It's going to be. They're going to say, oh, you gave this to us. Are you going to find the canceled check up on the wall? No. You need to give them the check. Don't get me wrong. But why not give something that also will last? You know what I love? If you want to give to newly married couples, give them a little nativity scene. I am a big proponent. Nativity scenes should be up in our houses all year long. Why do we only put it out at Christmas? So you could put the big one out at Christmas, but have a small one, and it should be up in our homes. Because without the nativity, we wouldn't be here. It's part of who we are. So get a little one, have it there, and then when Christmas comes, you put the big one up. But it tells a story. And if we're part of the Catholic family, keeping Jesus as the center of our house can be unbelievable.